is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff.
Here we go, slot. 331, 330.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's Fields. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Here we go. 19 instruction. 11, 11, 11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-place sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. But you look at this defense, they're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Fielding just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Go.
Out of the gun, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, Smith. Go, 551, 551, 12, go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Cisco. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Muscles by at the 25. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, Smith. 319, you got a mini base. One tonight.
To throw is Fields. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. That's complete to Parker Washington. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside. Had that ball together with good timing, and they got it done.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
That's complete and feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 23, this is second and 3.
Hey, great job.
He's got Thomas yet again complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes.
Is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
On the red.
Here's Lawrence. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. That will bring up 4th down and an 11-yard loss to boot.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
Logan Cook, the kickoff for the Jaguars.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. the way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the Dolphins, they're lining up to go for the 2-point conversion.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Go.
Fields trying to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Go, let's go.
Now Lawrence. Thomas has got it. Complete. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's another Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the
10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Go. Hey, go. Focus, hot. Take right over.
Lawrence going to move him around a bit. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Open man, it's Hunter. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Hey, let's go. Hey, 11. Here we go, sir.
Now Lawrence. His throw incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, I'm gun.
Now Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Hey, lion.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cut.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception instead of...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here we go. Hey, move the tag, move the tag. Right.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Hines-Allen. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. A shotgun snap, Fields. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And this drive will start in enemy territory as that gets out of bounds on this side of the 50.
At the 47-yard line.
Take right open, open. Hey, run. Hey, think right.
From the gun, Bigsby. A strong run. Down to the 42, second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now 2nd and 5.
Right, let's go.
Lawrence will throw. And that is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, go, go. Hey, I'm gun. Hey, Hendricks.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Angel. Come on, right.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
19 windy, 19 windy. Here we go. Hey, can. Up. Hey, can.
From the 50, here's Fields. He's going to air one out. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Cisco there on the stop.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Here we go. Go.
H-Chan here. They stay on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. Extend. 551, 12 go. You got a mini base. Why not?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Green 19, just hot. Hey, can.
Now Fields. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Here we go, son. Move the tag. Hey, can. Right.
They snap it to Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he will have a Dolphins first down. And that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Fields. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Waddle the motion man right. Play action. It's Fields. He'll buy some time right. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one.
As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Here we go. 331, 331.
Here's Fields. Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
319. Minute.
Now it's Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And bulldozing his way through. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Got a man, that's Hunter. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Gun on the red.
Lawrence. He completes it to Hunter. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line.
Think right. Let's go.
They go play action with Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Again, it's Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. They go play action now. Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Red on red.
Lawrence going to throw again. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Go, go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Parker Washington. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A try here for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
222.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun, here's Fields. That is incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 331.
Back to throw. Fields. Jaguar pressure and Jaguar sack. Brian Brzee fought in and got him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
From the gun on third down, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Hey, I'm gun. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now Lawrence. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Hey, son.
Here's Lawrence. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 9 yards is the loss on the play, and that'll bring up a third down and goal.
Ready. 13, Luke. Left. Hey, watch it. Here we go.
Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. And no sidestepping that hit. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up fourth down.
Fourth down and goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the...
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it first and goal at the 8-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Well, security eluded him.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Now Lawrence. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Parker Washington with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Jaguars have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Here we go, sir. 319, can I set? Right.
Fields now to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Take right open. Rip, 23. Hey, Soko. Hey, I'm gun.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he hits this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, run. Hey, son. Here we go, son.
Lawrence will throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Take Bigsby, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, All coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Here we go. We're good. Move the drag. Extend. Go.
Here's Fields. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Will Lutz set to kick
So
off.
after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Oh, my goodness. Now that is going to be out of bounds on a free kick. And that's a big mistake.
Easy, easy. Hey, Lion.
Here's a give to Grigsby. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Dolphins 44-yard line.
Red on red. 11. Hey, Soko, high. 11, Agate.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 33 yards that time.
Jaguars, first down.
Hey, go.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2nd and 1 from the 2.
Hey, easy. Ralph. This one's hot. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars continue to pour it on here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Another catch there for Waddle. And Waddle going to have the Dolphins first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. That one goes for 8 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green light. Out, let's go.
Fields. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Here's Fields. For the left side, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly going up.
And my goodness, another interception. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Christian Harris there, finding his way home to record the sack.
At the 46-yard line.
Hey, kill! Red on red. Soga, say hot!
Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over in that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for six. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game.
And they turned the pick six into a pick eight with that two-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
Will Lutz set to
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
All right, let's go. Phil.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That is caught by Hunter. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL. It's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange.
And he will get into the end zone. Gets another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
The extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, set. Green 19, set. No muss, no muss. Right.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here we go, set. Green 19, set.
To throw is Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Dolphins on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Fields. And now here's another interception. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Okay, ready? Sync right. All right, let's go. Hey, 11, 11. Here we go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break, from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
2nd and 10.
Go, go. Red on red.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Over the middle, he gets it to Hunter. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Hey, easy, route, 11. Hey, tomato, tomato.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They go play action with Lawrence. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Here we go.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now it's Fields. And my goodness, another interception. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Carter hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may be the...
This is caught inside the 15. And this will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice. Obviously, you're training.